Well, hello everyone, and welcome to All Trade Bait All the Time beer review and trade package opening. All right, so let's find out what beer we're drinking today. This is out of Irvine, California. First time I drink something from them. Evans Brewing Company. Yeah, out of Irvine. This is the Kierhofen IPA from Irvine. All right, so on the back, in little teeny tiny print that I can't read, it says that there was a legendary monster called the Kierhofen that would sink the ships because it was put there to protect the hops. And when those dirty old hop stealing Brits came by to get hops to dry hop their beer on the way to India, the Kierhofen would get them. So this beer is dedicated to them. Okay, Irvine, tell you what, you know what's better than a cute story about a sea monster? A beer that tastes good. All right, so let's just find out if that's what we got this time. Here's the pour. All right, you can see it coming out golden. Little bit of a big head there, but it was a little agitated when I popped it open. My hand's a little wet too from that. That was a little bit of alive, that can pop. All right, so here we go. I can smell it though. It's got a really big fresh smell from here. Haven't even brought it to my nose. See, from here I can smell it. Piney, hoppy. Let's give her a taste. I kind of like that big head anyway. There's a lot of activation in there, a lot of bubbles happening. Here we go, Irvine. This is not bad at all. It's got a slight hoppiness, but not too much. It's almost only, the hops are a small introduction. And then it quickly moves into like a sweet honeyish amber flavor. Finish is dry and fast. So the drink is really pleasant. Yeah, I like that. So way to go, Irvine. We're getting a lot of IPAs this day, but that's what's in the store. And that's my favorite type right now. So we're going to have a few of these for now. But look at that. Look at that bubble action. Can you pick that up? Yeah, it's pretty activated, this beer. And it's pretty tasty as well. Good stuff. Kierhofen from Evans Brewing Company out of Irvine. I'm glad to see the OC getting in on the beer brewing action. It's happening like crazy. Everybody's opening a brewery, and that's not a bad thing. Today we're opening a trade package, and that's not a bad thing either. A couple weeks ago, Mr. John Miller sent packages of varying sizes to folks, and I got one myself. So here we go. Look at this. This is interesting. These trade packages are always more or less individually wrapped. There's no one right way to do it. And I love these because they remind me of the old days when I used to wrap Christmas gifts. Back in my poor college kid days, I used to wrap Christmas gifts in the Sunday comics. Who remembers the Sunday comics, huh? All right, so let's see what surprises are in store here from John. Let's see what he sent to me. What have we got? it's already a nice block of cards. Look at that. Look how thick that is. And there's still one more. So I'll try to go through them very quickly. But I won't go through this beer too quickly. I'm going to enjoy this. It's got a very nice... the taste, break it down even further, comes in sweet honey at first and finishes off on a tangerine, mellow tangerine, very mellow tangerine note. Really good. Some nice flavors going on in there. All right, let's see who we've got. We're going to get some old-time Dodgers back in the day when cards were shiny. How's that? That's pretty nice. Although Billy Ashley wasn't a pretty nice Dodger. But I did like these Pinnacle inserts. I loved getting these back in the day. What else is happening? Oh, look at Raul Mondesi. Speaking of shiny, that's a very nice Raul Mondesi there. Dave Stewart, now baseball agent. Who we got here? Hard to read that one. Corey Wade. And the name didn't come to me quickly either. That's how quick his Dodger career was. Corey Wade. Brett Butler. Nice to see a shot of Brett not batting, not bunting, because that's the usual. But we've got him. Looks like he's out in the field waiting for a fly ball to come to him. Tom Candiotti. He was all right. I liked him. Omar Dahl. My jury's still out on Omar Dahl. Was he any good? He wasn't great, I tell you that. But you know who was great? This guy. Ramon Martinez. He was the ace 4 years with a lousy Dodger team that couldn't do a whole lot for him. Some of you may know he's Pedro Martinez's older brother. Tried to warn the Dodgers, tried to say, don't trade away my younger brother. He's even better than me. And Ramon was pretty darn good. But they said, nah, we know better. We'll trade away Pedro. Mondesi, I loved El Cañón. He had a big cannon tattoo on his arm because before we had Puig, we had El Cañón throwing from right field. Who else is here? Super hype. Chan Ho Park left the Dodgers to make tons of money in Texas and turned out to be a big old flop. Speaking of flops, this name shall not be spoken. Related to Pedro Martinez. All right, let's go a little faster here. As I mentioned, most Brett Butler shots, he's batting. Speaking of go right past it, Justin Turner. Oh, we got some minis here. These are cool. Look at these minis. Pedro Guerrero. Ex-Pirate, Bill Madlock. Mike Marshall got to be a World Series champ. Go figure. Alex Verdugo hopes to be a World Series champ in the future. Sid Bream should have been named Sid Bum. All right, here we go. Here's some active action there, okay? And it's got a picture of Chan Ho Park on the front, but I'm tripping because the back is Delino DeShields and his stats. So I'm going to have to look at this one. Oh, I see. Pardon me. They were stuck together. Chan Ho. Want to see the back? There's Chan Ho being a model. I pitch for the Dodgers. Barely. Raul Mondesi, this is a beauty. These were beautiful sets. These Sterlings. Candiotti. Let's see who else is fascinating here. Yasmani, Logan Forsythe. We've seen these. Here's a very nice horizontal Walker Buehler, the Dodgers franchise pitcher of the future. Many hope. All right, Walker Buehler, that's pretty good. There's Rich Hill and Jock Peterson, who we saw in our last video. And here's a cartoon. Whoops, pardon me. Here's a cartoon. Zoom out of the park. Okay, and it says on the back, it says the Codgers. All right, here's another cartoon. Here we go. A lot of Chan Ho Parks in this pack. I'm not a big fan of Chan Ho, I'll have to say. But I like good cardboard. And that's a nice card, nevertheless. Really nice card design. What else have we got here? Here's a Topps ticket. It's not a real ticket. Oh, it's kind of stuck with some glue. I'll play with this later. But this is a 1952 World Series replica Dodgers ticket from the 1952 World Series. But it's kind of stuck with some adhesive here on the rear, so I'm not going to try to rip that. Okay, let's see. Who else have we got here? Here's a nice shot. What is this? Todd Hollandsworth. And there's a hologram in there somewhere that's hard to pick up. It's getting a reflection of me. And hologram, or rather Hollandsworth, is, there's the rear of it, so you can see it a lot more clear on the rear. It's probably designed to be that way. All right, that was a cool first set. Lots of cards, absolutely all Dodger. Let's see what comes in the next packet, shall we? Here we go. Rip this open. I didn't see this at first. Christmas in May. Very nice. Thank you very much, John. Now, as I mentioned, just in case some of you are new to blogging and trading and collecting on the internet and trading with folks, there's different ways that you can trade. There's as many ways to trade cards as there are collectors and traders. Some people will straight up, they'll just straight up, I'll trade you this one for all of these, and it's a swap. Otherwise, the other way that people will do it is just kind of like this. Have a pile for a collector trader buddy, and when the pile gets big enough, just ship it off to them. I do that with a lot of my collector buddies, and they do the same, vice versa with me. Here we go, second pack. Nick Buss. I'm not real familiar with old Nick. I'll have to look him up later. Who else have we got here? That name's a little hard. It's Chin Lung. Who? So I believe he was from Taiwan. I like this set. I like these when I get these. 81 World Series Dodgers. Bert Hooton. The Tragedy of Brooklyn. Roy Campanella. Campy. Kaz Ishii. I'm almost always only remember him because he took a bat or a ball. I think he took a ball, a line drive off the head. Wham! And he came back to pitch. All right, and that was, kind of his claim to fame with me. All right, who else have we got? Jeff Shaw. He was so-so. He was pretty good. Here's the ace, Ramon Martinez, and a very nice gold frame card. Look at that, with the blue background behind him. That's a really nice shot. I love that. Okay, here we go. This is Mondi again. Once in a nice horizontal coming into slide. That's a great photo. Who else have we got? Let's go. There's a couple of scrubs here. I'm sure you're not dying to see them. See, speaking of scrubs, here's a scrub manager, Grady Little. If you blinked, you missed his regime, and that was a good thing. Brad Penny. People were very hate or love with Brad Penny. I liked him. He was lights out when I watched him pitch, so he was good. And speaking of he was good, Andre Ethier, who's sitting on his sofa right now waiting for his phone to ring, and I think the Dodgers ought to give him a call. I'll bet $1 the line's not busy. Okay, let's hurry along. A.J. Ellis, no longer with the Dodgers. Kenley Jansen, Dodgers closer. Who else have we got here? Let's see if we have a big, great card to drop on you because the time is going a little bit. We have some score cards here. Roger Cedeno was a big deal rookie back in the day. Speaking of big deal rookies, Kareem Garcia also. Didn't really play out to be much in the end when all was said and done. Speaking of didn't play out to be much in the end, how's he doing? I don't even know if the guy's still playing baseball. They must have made $500,000 or more of these because I get this card in a trade package few times a year. Same card, always. Darryl Strawberry wearing those shades. And here's the straw. I like to collect Daryl strawberries, so these are welcome. That's a nice horizontal. And here's Daryl, corked up and ready to go. He's all coiled up and ready to swing. Love it. Love that look. I always thought the bat looked kind of small in his hands, but man, he sent that ball far, didn't he? And there's Daryl in the second shot, the follow-up. Hey, we got Don Sutton in a real life vintage card here, so right on. There's Don Sutton. That's a beauty. I love it. There's some more vintage here that's going to close us out. Rudy May, Don Sutton. Here we go. And this is like a league leaders card. Oh, it's a few Don Suttons. This is great. And look at this card here. This is wonderful. Look at this. We got Don Sutton sprouting that natural fro of his, and this baby blue Dodger uniform. That's very interesting. Look at that. I'm going to have to look that up a little bit and learn a little bit more about that card. And there's Big Don with the big hair that won't fit into the cap anymore on Fleer. All right, so that's a beauty. And one more, I also love chasing this set back in the day. Look how shiny, bleeding edge photography that runs all the way to the edge. Lots of folks like borders. I like the photography that runs all the way to the edge. You decide what you like. Here's the straw though, huh? That's a great shot that will finish up. Don't use a straw to drink this. Very pleasurable IPA. Thanks a lot for joining me. Look at all this huge double fistful of cards from John Miller. Thanks a lot, John. I really love all these cards. These are going to be fun going through on a second run, a little slower, and checking out the backs as well. So thanks for stopping by and watching. I'll trade bait all the time. Peace.